Hello and welcome to this later morning taste challenge. I have two Dewar's products, Dewar Johns and Sons, a company that's a subsidiary of Bacardi Limited. Bacardi is a family-owned company. This is going to close out the Dewar's, and then we'll move on to other brands. But we have this big, heavy bottle of its 12-year age, dark brown bottle, which is good. Dark brown protects it from being light damaged. This is distilled, aged, and bottled under a royal warrant for the Queen Elizabeth II royal family of Great Britain. Now, whether they sit down at night and drink Dewar's, I do not know. Anyway, people say it was introduced around 12 years ago. Well, it might have been reintroduced because I've looked at old newspaper magazine ads from the 1930s and 40s that clearly showed Dewar's 12-year. So it could have been something that they stopped making and then they decided to bring it back. They certainly made it before. It's kind of like the Captain Morgan White Label rum, which they say was introduced in 2014. Yes, the current Captain Morgan White rum was introduced in 2014, but there was clearly a Captain Morgan White rum decades and decades ago. I looked at ads from the 1970s, Captain Morgan White, whatever they called it, White Label or whatever. So sometimes these things go away and the company says, let's bring it back, whatever. All right, now here's the competition, also from the House of Dewar's, blended Scotch whiskey, Illegal Smooth, Mezcal cask finish. This is aged 8 years and it's finished in Illegal. That's the name of the company, Illegal. They use the Spanish spelling. Makes sense because they're in Mexico. It's finished in Illegal Mezcal cask. Mezcal, very along the lines of tequila. Tequila being a type of mezcal, like stout being a type of ale. Okay. Anyway, price point. This will run you $48.99 at Total Wine and More. Just looked up the price this morning. $48.99 for this huge bottle. I got it for an outrageously low price, but there's no chance on earth you're going to find it for that. But it was a real exciting day when I found it. It's got 3 things on the back, London, Paris, and Edinburgh. It's got medals embossed on the glass. It's a beautiful bottle, beautiful bottle. This is the Ancestor. They call it the Ancestor. That's the nickname of it, or an alternative name. The Illegal came out, 2019, before the scamdemic started. It's got medals, but of course this didn't win those medals. That was the original Dewar's White Label, just like with this one. I don't have too much left, maybe 3 taste challenges left. And my friend David gave it to me as a gift, and boy, was it a gift. This has been winning and winning and winning and winning and winning and winning and winning. Double aged and finished in mezcal casks for extra smoothness with notes of caramel, herbal flavors, and a wisp of smoke. Well, definitely more than a wisp of smoke. If you like smoky scotches, this might be one for you. What about the Portuguese finish, like port wine finish? What about the Caribbean rum finish? What about, I cannot do all of that. Do I want to do it? Well, yeah, I want to do everything, but I can only just do little pinpricks on different Scotch whiskeys. Okay, it's not possible to do them all. Saturday morning, I'm planning to do Grant's Family Reserve, or now known as Triple Wood. I mean, there's so many. If you look on the Grant's website, there are so many Grant's blended Scotch whiskeys and single malt whiskeys. You cannot actually address them all. I mean, unless you do a YouTube channel that lasts 1,000 years and you live 1,200 years. But you know what I'm saying? In a practical sense, you cannot. We do what we can. Cheers. Always love the reviews. Listening from work today, says Daryl. Hey, Daryl, I'm off of work today, but we had some hard work this week. Not overwhelming. It was hard. It was hard. It was tough. All right, here's the metal cap cover, like an aluminum foil metal cap cover. Very nice. But then you got a standard plastic cap, twist cap. Doesn't bother me, but some people really take offense to that. And a built-in plastic pourer. These are nice, but you got to watch them because It'll flow so fast. You'll pour way more than you want to. And I don't really want to do that. So let me grab it. It's heavy. See what I mean? It's just flowing like flowing things. All right. Put that back on. Got the 3 Ds interlocking. John Dewar, John Jr. or John Boy, and what's the third guy? David Dewar. Aged and hand-selected reserve cask for 12 years, this whiskey has long been admired as the ancestor. Okay. I mean, this company's no joke. I'm not sitting there being flip about it. They got 5 different distilleries they own. You're not going to own 5 different Scotch distilleries and you're some kind of little flim-flam operation. I don't think so. Been around since the 1840s. It's a 2020 bottle. All right. Metal cap. It's going to be light. Yeah. So, oh, great. Came out even for once. Now, this one is lighter. It's golden and it's amber, but it's a lighter thing. This one's deeper, almost into the orange gold spectrum. When I did the Dewar's white label, the famous, or in some people's mind, infamous, maybe in my mind, I'm not too thrilled with it. White label, why it's got to be white label. And I went up against Dewar's 12. It was a mismatch. I differentiated them on aroma only. I smelled them and I said, that's the 12, that's the white. And I got it right. And then I tasted them and I said, yep, the Dewar's white label tastes like a box of cereal grain, like literally cornflakes or some kind of flakes. And I wasn't too happy with it. Multigrain cereal. It was like sharp, cutting, bitiness. Unfortunately, I got 80% of the bottle left. The 12-year was more developed, more deep, a bolder, sweeter honey top flavor. Wasn't exactly world class either. And $48.99, I mean, you got to evaluate that. You have to evaluate that. It's going to be a quasi sipper. You could sip it by the fireplace with your evening jacket, smoking jacket, and a pipe in the National Geographic magazine, National Socialist magazine, whatever. That's what they ought to call it these days. And or you could mix it with RC Cola. I don't know. I don't know if it's that great. It's okay. It's on its own. When I did it in isolation, it really even wasn't even that great. What about the Dewar's 21-year age? The Dewar's, MX10, MX, the Mark 10. What about the Dewar's Carroll Shelby 500 edition and all of that? Well, yeah, they ought to be good. They're $300-400 a bottle. CinemaScope edition, Dewar's CinemaScope edition. I mean, you're paying $300-400 a bottle. It better be great. When you're doing $50 or less, well, maybe it ain't going to be that great. Smells like that bold honey top Sara Lee white bread crust. I saw Sara Lee bread today at the Mall of Warts. Oh, at Walton Mart. But I didn't buy it. But I saw it, and then I did buy some spinach. Okay. What happened to the smoke? I'm not smelling any smoke. but I might be smelling the bell pepper. And when I did the Dewar's Illegal Smooth, I said it smelled and even more so tastes like smoked bell pepper. Like if you put bell pepper and wrapped it in aluminum foil and put it in a smoker, a bell pepper, it had that. You say, well, that's coming from the mezcal. I know. I got mezcals coming up. I got Sombra Joven coming up. I bet it's going to be great. The Jaru was so good. Oh, so very good. The Monte Alban was kind of good, but it had a worm in it. All right, but it was kind of like not that great. But it wasn't terrible. That's the most popular mezcal on the market. You say, well, that's a novelty product. It's got the moth larva in it, and they say eat the worm, and it's got the famous bottle, and it's got the this, and it's got the that, and it's a C, a bumpy C, and whatever the hell else you want to put in it. I know that. I realize that. I get that. I process that. I facilitate that. But still, it ain't that great. Okay, but it is popular and all of that. All right. Maxwell, how's the weather? Hot and humid. Hot and humid. I was cleaning the lawnmower because I'm going to cut today, and it was hot and humid. Travis Childer says, what's up? Just chilling, drinking a bud. I actually drank a Budweiser yesterday before we went on and did our Wednesday night group review, and I love that Budweiser. I was sipping on it, listening to the radio show and all. I was like, why would people hate this beer? I don't get that. I don't understand. I don't grasp it. It's like, why would you hate Budweiser? It's like a perfect beer. You say, well, it ain't the best beer. I didn't say it was the best beer. I say it's like a perfect beer. I say like a perfect. I didn't say it was. I say like. You say, well, if it's, well, you know what I'm saying? It's like really enjoyable. That's me. That's my booklet. That's not your extravaganza. Everybody's got something to hide except for me and my monkey. Okay. Aroma, I'm not getting a whole lot of excitement here. It's not an exploding plastic inevitable. I'm not saying come into your madness. I'm not saying any of those things. It's just kind of humdrum. These are kind of humdrum in the nose. Let's go with the taste. Budweiser is my second favorite domestic behind Keystone Ice. Yeah, well, it's not very nice because we're about to lose Keystone Ice. Unless there's some kind of reconsideration from Molson Coors, and I don't think there will be. 27 years and gone. Those new Budweiser bottles are strange. They look like something from Slovakia or Montenegro. They're so very strange, but the liquid inside is so very tasty. That is so sugary sweet. That has a nougat flavor, like you get in the Three Musketeer bars. You know that marshmallow part of the Three Musketeers, and it's beige or tan colored. That's what that tastes like, darling. All right, hearts. Let's try the next one, shall we? We shall. Here we go. There we go. And you know this. Man. Ah. Many times I've loved, and many times been bitten. Many times. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. This is the illegal. This is the illegal because it has that smoked bell pepper flavor. I'm about to choke on my own saliva. It has that smoked bell pepper flavor. It's so distinct. You could use your instinct to find out how distinct it was. I walk on gilded splinters. I see my enemies at the end of their rope. Look, I'm not joking. I'm not kidding. I'm not being persuasive or evasive or mendacious or outrageous. No, really, all kidding aside, as a comedian in all seriousness, no, really, this is the Illegal Mezcal. It's got such a rich, savory, green, not red or gold, but green bell pepper, smoked bell pepper flavor. Is it worth the $23 that you'll pay at Total Wine and More? You might find it cheaper somewhere else, but it's unlikely. Oh, is it? 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 Because Sally can't dance no more. All right, look. This was the first Scotch in a neighborhood to wear tie-dyed blue jeans like it should. This is so good. Toot, 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 toot. Get on the Scotch train. The Scotch train. Get on the Scotch train. It's the best Dewars I ever tried. You say, well, you ain't tried that many. And my answer would be, I know. I haven't tried that many yet. But I intend to try more. I intend to try more. It's clearly the Dewar's Mezcal finish, the Illegal Smooth. I would say immediately run out and buy it. I cannot give a stronger reclamation project. I can't give a stronger urban renewal project. No, really, it's really great. It's really great. It's really wonderful. Man, this is better than watching This is better than watching Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Oh, it's so smoky. Oh, is somebody smoking? Wait a minute. Maybe I got confused. Maybe somebody's smoking something in the neighborhood that they got their smoker. No, I don't have the windows open. Can't be that. Oh, it's just the finish in the mezcal cask. Oh man, it's like listening to Frampton Comes Alive for the first time. No, really though, all kidding aside, this is really great. I love it. The body's medium. The finish is mostly dry. It doesn't linger too much. It's not too sweet or cloying. There's sweetness, have no doubt. But it's not an off-putting sweetness. It's not a offensive sweetness. It's not a questionable sweetness. Now let's go over here back to the yikes. Yep, there's the D12. I put D12 on it on the label. I'm not against the D12. I don't have like antagonism towards it, but it's really not that delightful. I think, and there is a creaminess. I think there could be a case, or this, not there could be, this could be the case, the case of me not understanding the product properly. You know what I'm saying? Like there's something about it. It's an elusive quality that I'm not grasping, because other people say, oh, Dewar's 12, that's the bee's knees, that's the Captain Kangaroo, that's the buckskin bill, so they're seeing something I'm missing. And it could be, and you're reluctant to say, oh, it's the product. But the company's been distilling Scotch since 1846. So then you have to try to say to yourself, well, maybe maybe it's not the product. Maybe it's me. I mean, what experience do I have in distilling whiskey of any sort? Well, none. What experience do I have in the industry, working it and all that? Well, I don't have any experience in the industry, but I watched a video one time on YouTube about whiskey distillation, and people say, exactly. See, so you don't necessarily have the right approach or perspective of it. It could be above what you're able to discern about it, and I think that's true. I am starting to pick up the nougat, like I said earlier. I said from the get-go there was that sourly honey top bread crust. It is not a rare thing for me to initially not like a product too much, and even sort of like quasi slam it, right? So then I start thinking on it, drinking on it, thinking on it, like Stevie Nicks said in The Blue Lamp, don't listen to her, listen through her. So she was saying you have to have a metaphysical approach to these things, these evaluations. And I think, like Karen Carpenter said, it's gonna take some time this time to get myself in shape, although she didn't get herself in shape, did she? But I think it's going to take some time this time for me to properly understand Dewar's 12. But at this point in time, because we're in the early stages of it, I'm not totally thrilled, but I'm starting to see like a little inkling of it. Like, well, maybe you might have missed something in the initial tasting or two. And I would not be opposed to that theory or even that fact. I have so many blended scotches coming up. Some are respected. Some are out of hand ridiculed, bashed, disparaged, maybe rightfully so. For instance, Highland Mist. People say, no, why you say Highland Mist? Hasn't that been on the market since like 1956? I think that was the year of introduction, 1956. Could have been later. I think it was the 50s. Now, Highland Mist is funny because they say they use Scotch whiskies from all four parts of Scotland: Islay, Highland, Lowland, Speyside. And the label talks about how fabulous it is. And I'm thinking it's fabulous, but why is it $7 at international market? Aged 3 years, which is the minimum. But it's funny. It's a funny product because on its face, prima facie, you would say, oh, it's going to make me gag. It's what bums drink, hobos, people with no taste. People say, some of the viewers say, people like you. I don't drink it. I just review it. But there is something a little, well, there's a little bit more to it. And Total Wine does sell it with a straight face. They say, Highland Mist, here it is, bottle in Chicago. So I don't know. I got to think about it. The Dewar's 12. All right. Okay. You got me there. I have to admit, it is starting to come on. This is like the third or fourth one. And it's starting to come on. Like, I'm starting to pick up more of the creaminess, the sugariness, the like cream and sugar, the character and all that. So, okay. But I try to be open-minded. Y'all know I always try to be open-minded with these products and not just like go full bore slamming it. Beerhound says, hi, Ronald. Hello, Bill at Beerhounds. Beer reviews. I plan to watch your full contact video. I did that this morning. It won't be posted for about a week. I did full contact Imperial IPA this morning from Elysian. People say, I can't tell that you're drinking Imperial. No one could tell that. I know it. I'm a very clever type of person. But I don't know about that full contact. I was very torn about it. But anyway, you'll see the video. It's kind of like this Dewar's 12. Like you just can't decide. Like I'm not sure about this. Now the Illegal Smooth. Oh no, I was sure about this the second I tried it. The second I tried it, I said, "Oh, it's just so great." Mm. It's my life and it's my wife. Will be the death of me. No, really, it's like that. It's Dewar's Illegal Smooth is like I have made a big decision. You know, you want to be on a great big clipper ship. You know, it's you just you go out into some other realm and it's a game. All right, let's see. Brett Landreth says, I like the mild blended Scotch whiskies. I do like those, I have to admit. In the end, though, several of the cheap ones seem to me to be equal to Dewar's white label. I'm glad you said it. I'm glad I didn't have to say it. I've had a lot of cheap blended Scotch whiskeys. I mean, you know, a lot, like a whole bunch. And well, there are things on the shelf like, oh, you know, 100 pipers. People say 100 pipers. Oh, you know, you could bash 100 pipers. It's an easy target. It was introduced in 1965 by Chivas Brothers. And I can even find the name of the blend master who introduced it. His name was Bailey. Bailey. It looks like Bayet, but I think it's pronounced Bailey. It's like a French name. It's like sort of like the French version of Bailey. Bailey. But the 100 Pipers is interesting because it's like one of the top 5. I think it's the number 1 selling blended Scotch whiskey in India, of all things. It's like the number 500th blended Scotch whiskey in America. But boy, I tell you, if you ever wanted to second guess your evaluation abilities, do 100 Pipers. Because I was telling my friend David, I said, yeah, you were quick to rip it, but now I see that bottle, you're thinking on it. You're thinking on it. Oh, I think here's my prediction. I think the 100 Pipers is going to win. I really think that. I know it's bottled in Kentucky and Bardstown. It's handled by Heaven Hill for the United States market. It is a Chivas Brothers brand, but there's some kind of agreement with them. They handle it. It's under the Heaven Hill umbrella for the U.S. market, at least. But boy, if there's any blended Scotch that confused me, confounded me, and otherwise perplexed me, it's that 100 Pipers. And wouldn't you love to try the 12-year age? The 100 Pipers 12-year? Oh. But yeah, Dewar's 12. It's kind of like, you know, playing lawn darts. You know, you might hit the target, you might kill somebody. But it's all right. I mean, I wouldn't buy it again. I mean, for $14.99 a handle, I paid full disclosure. I paid $14.99 for this handle bottle. That's a true story. $14.99 for this huge bottle. I'm not joking. That's a true story. My friend David Garlopy can back me up on that. But the normal price is $48.99. Would I pay $48.99 for it? No, I don't think I would. I don't believe so. But it's kind of right now, kind of up in the air. You know what I mean? Like I'm willing to admit that maybe there's something I'm missing and that I'm not up to that level yet. Because there's probably Dewar's blend master saying, this guy is so removed from a proper appreciation of Scotch whiskey that it's laughable. It's scary, really. And I would say, yeah, okay, but I'm not coming from, you know, I don't have a bachelor's of science and a bachelor's degree in food science. I don't have a master's degree in um, distilling or whatever they do in Scotland. I don't have a certificate. I don't have a PhD. You know, I'm just a consumer, and I'm buying it and I'm trying it and I'm saying, here's what I think about it. So I would not necessarily oppose all that, but from a basically amateur consumer approach, I'm saying to y'all that I'm not quite getting what's so great about it. Okay. Oh, John and Nile, Georgia Beer Reviews. Y'all better subscribe. Cheers, Ron. I'm just now tuning in. Have you declared a winner? Yes, I have. Okay, so as we end this, the Dewar's Mezcal finish, the Illegal Mezcal finish, is a clear and present winner. There's really no contest. The price point is basically the same for a 750. Okay, so if you get a 750 milliliter bottle, you can get the Dewar's 12, or you can get the Mezcal, the Illegal Mezcal, same price, same story with the Portuguese port wine finish or the Caribbean rum finish. So it's like baseball, fielder's choice. You can throw to second base, or you can throw to first base, whatever. Can't get both out. But in my opinion, simply an opinion, in my opinion, the Dewar's Illegal Mezcal is much better. It's significantly better. It's more interesting and it's more intriguing. Oh, I'm telling you what, I'm very tempted, very tempted. I can't do it though. I can't. Y'all got to restrain me. If you can somehow restrain me, do an intervention, I would not oppose that, because I'm very, 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 very tempted to do the Portuguese finish, port finish, the Caribbean. And you say, well, what about the Glenlivet? They got the Caribbean. They got this. They got. Are you going to go there? Are you going to do? I'm very tempted, but it's scary. It's scary, really, because I want to get on with it. I want to go up the ladder. I want to do the Buchanan's Master. I want to do the Buchanan's 18-year age. I want to do the Buchanan's Red Cap. Going to cost me $150 a bottle. But golly, you get to this low grade area. I don't mean low grade, like, I don't mean really low grade, but you know what I mean, like kind of low grade, but you get caught up in it. So, well, anyway, enough of all of that. I really am pleased. I'm so very pleased with the Dewar's blended Illegal Smooth Mezcal cask. Okay, you got me. Cask finish, and I would very highly recommend it. I think it's possibly the most intriguing blended Scotch whiskey I've yet tried, and I've tried a lot. So, golly gee, a fascinating product. You just can't imagine. So, really, I'm not going to hedge on that. I've hedged on everything else, but I'm not going to hedge on that. If you see the Dewar's Illegal Smooth, now don't do like John Anile. He paid like $32 for a 16.9 ounce bottle of, don't do that. CBS. But if you see the Dewar's for $25 or less, you've got to buy it. I'm talking about the Illegal Smooth Mezcal. You must buy this product. Thanks for watching this video production.